I want to give him one chance to come and explain to me what kind of activity that he felt was the real activity. Please come on.
Thank you so much. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm feeling that when we stood up, when we sat down, muscles were working, and still at the same time, bones were working. Thank you.
A very big round of applause for him. I think he has understood the topic. Thank you so much. He has really understood it earlier. And today we're going to be talking about what we call muscle bone care. Are we together? So in most cases, we have the bones and the muscle occupying most of our what? Our bodies. Are we together? So we are going to understand how we can take care of these muscles, we can take care of these bones, and what can we do about it in relation to what? To muscle bone care. Are we together? Okay. So we are saying this is the product. How many of you have ever seen this product? How many of you have ever recommended this product? And how many have ever used this product? If you've not used, if you've not recommended, and if you've not seen after this training, please find where I am and we see this product. I'm not going to give it to you, but we have to just see it. Are you together? Muscle bone care, out of my own experience, the times I've given it to people has been one of the most wonderful products you can ever want to give it to somebody. Are you together? But how do you give this muscle bone care? These are the following reasons and how you can recommend muscle bone care. First of all, this couple, the couple we are talking about is the muscle and the bone. Always move together every time you take a step. Your bone and muscle work together to move your body. And that's why I earlier on made you stand up and do what? And sit down. You realize the muscles were contracting and others were what? Were relaxing. The bones were moving left, right, center, and others are moving front and are we together? So that is the coordination between the muscles and the bones. Every single day. So it is upon us to recognize some of these vitamins. For example, in the muscle bone care, it is made up of ingredients, but there are 4 most important ingredients that we're going to be talking about. I know this topic has been discussed earlier, but I want us to go through these one by one. Number 1, we talk about magnesium. It is also referred to as a multitasking mineral. It is essential mineral for bones and muscle health. It plays a role in the muscle contraction and relaxation process. It relaxes the muscle and helps convert to energy that needs to be expanded and contracts. It is a key player in bone formation, specifically in influencing osteoblasts and osteoclasts. Are we together? Osteoblast is actually the formation of bones. But then the osteoclast is now the breaking, the unwanted, the old, and then maybe they used up what? Bones. And then the osteoclast gets to make sure it regenerates. Magnesium also acts as a cofactor when the body is making an active or activating vitamin D. Where do we get vitamin D from? From sunlight. Are you together? So we are so blessed that we are in Africa, and most of the time you wake up in the morning and it's a very bright morning, and when the sun is setting, it is not actually during the midday. Midday you might not get the vitamin. It's actually morning hours and the evening hours. And we're so blessed that we are in Africa and we are able to get this every day. There are those who are in very cold places, and what do they need? They need supplements so that they can get the vitamin D in it. And they're also saying about up to 60% of magnesium in the body is stored in what? In the bones. And they're saying magnesium helps reduce muscle cramps and support a healthy skeletal system. Are you together? This contraction, there is muscle pain, there's the body pain. Somebody will tell me I have a general body pain. It is actually the muscle that's what? That is paining. Are you together? OQATA. So we're also saying there's also calcium. Now listen carefully. It is now the calcium that's going to play a most important and the biggest role in what? In our muscle bone care. We're saying it is a mineral that helps maintain healthy bone and teeth, enable muscle move, and regulate the transfer of messages by nerves from the brain to different parts of the body. It coordinates the message by nerves from the brain to different parts of the body. I imagine it is the brain that is the most important function in our body. Are you together? And now we have calcium that is responsible for the transfer or the coordination of information. What do you think you should do with muscle bone care? Take it every day, isn't it? How many of you are taking muscle bone care? Friday, I was in a district called Nebi, and this is somebody who just signed up the first day. The second day, she told me she was feeling joint pains. And after giving her NDO, and she said, I'm going to start using this product. Little did I know I was going to train about muscle bone care today. Yesterday, she called me, she was like, what have you put in muscle bone care? I said, no, it is not manufactured here in Kampala, not in Africa, not in Uganda, and not even within the African continent. So I said it's coming straight from the USA. But what is in it? I said there are a number of minerals that are in it. So for some reasons, try it out. Even yourself, you're going to be a testimony to this. And trust me, the moment you use the product, it is going to be very easy to sell it out to a friend. Let's go ahead. We're also saying this is what we call phosphorus. It is a mineral that helps the body make energy and carry out important chemical processes. Do we all need energy? Who agrees with me that they need energy? It is the energy that makes you get up. It's the energy that makes you sit down. It's the energy that makes you eat food. Energy that makes you talk and practically do everything. And if the muscle bone care that has phosphorus, that is actually enabling the energy, what else do you need to do? Every single day you need at least one capsule of what? Of muscle bone care. Let's see. We are also saying about 85% of phosphorus in the body is stored in the bones and the teeth and some genes. Are you together? If 80%, actually 85% of phosphorus that is necessary for our what? For our energy is stored in the bones, then that means every single day you need to do what? You need to top up on your what? On the level of your phosphorus. Meaning, if you're feeling weak, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling tired, so that means there's a level of energy or the phosphorus level has reduced. And the best place or the best product you can get this is from the muscle bone care. Are we together? Are we understanding? Yes. So in relationship that try to imagine, try to keep connecting to the people you live with in your community, that this person complains about this. This person is saying, I don't have this. This person is complaining when they're walking, when they're sitting, the bones are cracking. Then these are the kind of people you're going to be relating to muscle bone care. Okay, we're also saying there's also vitamin D. I said earlier vitamin D, actually you are the one who said so. Vitamin D, we get it from where? From the sun, which is very, very good. You're saying is a nutrient that helps the body absorb calcium. Are we together? Are you seeing the coordination? We were already saying there is calcium. But again, this calcium needs to be absorbed in the body. So it is the vitamin D that's going to help the calcium get absorbed and enable the muscles to move and support healthy bones by stimulating bone-building cells. Did you hear about the osteoblast and the osteoclast? There is going to be bone building. Are you together? But again, what we need is vitamin D to make sure all that activity takes place. So that means each and every ingredient or each and every content in what? In muscle bone care is very important because they have their specific activity that they're going to be doing in our bodies. And also saying the vitamin D needs, the muscle needs vitamin D to help the body use the calcium. So that means if you are in a place where you're unable to get vitamin D, you need to supplement. Because it is through the vitamin D, that's when you're going to what? Get the calcium used up. And they're saying amazingly, the body can make vitamin D from the sunlight. Actually, you are very right. Most people can get their vitamin D that way. But also you're saying it can be challenging for some depending on lifestyle or geographical location. You get the point. The people who are in a place where it is so cold all the time, they cannot even see the sun, and they're unable to get what? vitamin D. That's why they are now necessary for what? For these categories of people. And then we're also saying zinc. Zinc is a trace mineral that plays a role in synthesis of collagen. Do we all know collagen? I think I've ever talked about collagen when I was training about muscle bone care. About hair, skin, and nails. Are you together? Do you still remember what collagen does? Yes, the ladies, collagen should be at what? At your fingertip. Because I think you're the most beautiful people that actually I look from this side. Why? They love what we call beauty and they hate what we call sagging skin. Do you all know what sagging skin is? Yes. Now what happens along the way as we age, the body loses its elasticity. And elasticity goes because the level of collagen goes lower. Are you together? So if it goes lower, you see this part is falling apart. You raise your hands like this one is falling aside. Then the lover's hammer is now becoming too what? Protruded. And at one point, all the body is sagging off. Are you together? And the saying zinc plays a very big role in what? In the synthesis of that collagen in bone tissue and support immune health. And it helps in the formation of bone and muscle, and it's essential for bone growth and immune function. Now, I've given you another function of collagen besides the immunity and then the bone functions and the rest. Are we together? I'm saying in the muscle bone care, there are also other ingredients, and maybe they have not emphasized so much. For example, it's called boron, which supports the bone, mineralization and hormone regulation. We all have hormones, so it is that boron that is going to regulate our different what? Our different hormones. Then what we call arginine enhances blood flow and muscle growth. Who wants to build the muscle? The men, your 3 packs, 5, 6, whatever you call it. Are you together? So what is going to enable your muscle growth is what? Is that particular ingredient. It's also called beta-alanine. It delays muscle what? Muscle fatigue. You realize the number of times you do a lot of work, but after some long time, that's when you do what? You feel like you're tired. You get the point? So there's that kind of fatigue that comes, but it is that particular ingredient that's going to delay that fatigue. Otherwise, you should do one activity and you get tired, isn't it? And the body gets weak and everything. But because of consumption of beta-alanine, it makes the body delays to get what? Tired or fatigued. Are you together? Are we together? Are we getting the points? Now, we are also saying there are reasons as to why somebody should do what? Should take muscle bone care. It's not just all of a sudden you should take. You should have a reason as to why you should take muscle bone care. Number 1, to our muscles. Do you all know where the muscles are? Are you sure? Yes. Anything you touch, like these are what? These are muscles. You get the point? The nyama you have is what? They are muscles. Are you together? Yes. But though also there are others that are inside the organs. We're saying our body needs calcium to build and maintain strong bones. The heart muscles and nerves are also needs calcium to function properly. Some studies suggest that calcium, along with vitamin D, may have benefits beyond bone health, perhaps protecting against cancer, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Let's take, for example, the heart. You know the heart does quite much more activity than any other organ in the body. Why? Because there's contraction and relaxation, there's contraction and what? And relaxation. And this happens all of our lives. Whether you're sleeping, whether you're actively working, whether you're resting, whether you're doing what, the heart is what? Is working. And they are what you call heart muscles. You get the point? So if we have to do calcium and we get it from muscle bone care, what makes it hard for us to actually look forward for each capsule of muscle bone care every day? Why? Because we're going to be helping the muscles of the heart to perform very well. As I was saying, it what increases the muscle mass and strength. You get the point? It also enhances muscle recovery and growth. The muscle gets damaged. You get the point? In different ways. You get the point? But we're saying it enhances growth and also recovery. It improves muscle endurance and performance. People who do a lot of what? Physicals. You get the point? At any one point, you're going to the gym, or maybe you're an athlete, you're a footballer, it involves a lot of what? Muscle activity. You get the point? And in the due course of doing that activity, it is just the endurance, what the body is taking, what the muscle is taking, and that is because of the calcium. If there's no calcium, trust me, you're not going to take like 30 minutes doing that same activity. Even mere walking from here, let's say to what? To one leg would be a problem. You get the point? So you endure, and also the performance is slightly higher. It reduces muscle soreness and fatigue. We talked about fatigue. Soreness, in any case, you get a damage or a wound, or you've been hit, and then there's a wound on the what? On your muscles. It reduces the what? The soreness, and it speeds up the recovery of the muscles. And also supported muscle protein synthesis. Okay? It also supports in the manufacturing of proteins in our body. Are we together? Are we learning something? We're also saying major reasons to supplement with muscle bone care to the bones now. The other one we're talking to the muscles. Okay? Now we're saying the bones, muscle bone care increases bone density and strength. Are you together? It is the bone density that allows all activities to take place. The running, the walking, and everything. If the bone is weak, bone density means like the strength of the heavy bone. Okay? But if the bone is weak, it's a very big problem. It improves calcium absorption and utilization. Calcium improves, muscle bone care improves calcium absorption and utilization to the bones. It also enhances bone mineralization and growth. We talked about that. It is also very good in osteoporosis. That is actually a disease of the what? Of the bones. Right together. You realize people get bone diseases. Have you seen people with bone diseases? When I was away, I met a gentleman who was, I think for some long time, he suffered, and they were looking for some products to help him. This is about 25, 30-year-old. But even when he is on bed, the bones get to break without any what? Without any damage. Get the point? Until his time of death, the bones were now cracking and breaking like that. I'm just saying, for some reason, it avoids what? Osteoporosis, and fractures is also reduced. Get the point? At any one point, we cannot predict whatever happens along the way. Maybe you hit your knee down, or maybe you hit your leg and anything. The muscle bone care with the calcium in it reduces that risk or the high chance of you getting fracture. It also builds strong bones in children and prevent bone loss in what? In adults. The person I'm talking about, I wish he knew about, or I wish he was approached about muscle bone care earlier. You would save a life. You get the point? By just recommending muscle bone care. And the bones will get stronger, the density will get so higher, and you reduce so many risks. We also have the importance to the joints. Do you all have joints? They flex and the what? Get the points. Forward and backward. Are we together? You realize that is a movement. Okay? And there's a connection of the bones. You get the point? And what connects the bones is the cartilages. And the cartilages are within the joints. You get the point? Those of you who have seen a leg, let's say just another, a leg of what? Of a goat. Get the point? When you slaughter a goat and you see how the leg is, there is a muscle that connects the what? The two bones. Okay? That's what you call a cartilage. But we're saying to the joint, muscle bone care improves joint flexibility and mobility. You get the point? The movements are easy. You can flex anywhere you want, and it is so easy with no pain. Are we together? But the moment it becomes weak, then there's a problem. Also saying it reduces joint pains and inflammation. Inflammation is like swelling. Okay? We have so many inflammatory diseases. For some reason, they come because the body is responding to a factor or a disease. Okay? But you see, because of muscle bone care, the inflammation gets reduced. And also, it helps reduce the pain. Are you together? And for some reason, if you are a victim of joint pains, back pains, knee, and everything, try muscle bone care. The next time you're going to be the trainer for muscle bone care yourself. We also have, it enhances cartilages growth and repair. I talked about what the cartilages are. They get damaged for some reason because they're also doing a lot of work. You get the point? But along the way, they get repaired. Also supports joint lubrication. We all know what lubrication is, isn't it? Something to avoid friction, okay? So in the bones, if we are moving, there's what you call synovial fluid. In that joint, that fluid helps the free movement of the bones. And the moment the fluid gets off, I imagine you're rubbing two bones like this. What do you think would be the results? A lot of pain. Are you together? So because of muscle bone care, it helps in the lubrication and hydration of the what? Of the joints. And you can run, walk, and do every activity with ease. Are you together? He's also saying it is very, very important, takes risk of osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, is reduced. Osteoarthritis is like an inflammation of the bones. You realize the bones are there, but do you know they get inflamed? Yes. So it also reduces that osteoarthritis of the bones. It improves overall health and well-being and enhances quality of life. Trust me, if there's no pain, no inflammations, movement is easy, no fatigue, the quality of life gets much more higher. Okay? It also increases energy and vitality, supports immune function, and reduces risk of chronic diseases. There's so many chronic bone diseases. Okay? And comes about because, let's say maybe the cartilages get damaged, the calcium level gets low, and before you know it's an accumulation of problems and becomes what you call a chronic disease. Okay? And before you know it, it can also lead to what you call amputation, or maybe they get off part of your limb. Okay? Yeah. You're saying demographics, target market for muscle bone care. Who do you think would be the most reliable person to use muscle bone care? Number one, we're saying children from how many years? 8 to 20 years of age. Are you together? You can recommend it to children from 8 to 20 years and adults from 25 years of age, 40 to 65. And also, you're saying experienced muscle bone loss due to natural aging process, 40 to 65 years. For them, it might not be because of lack of calcium and everything. There's degeneration. As you grow old, the problem comes in. You get the point? Because of the aging process. So it is very important for those age group. And then the senior citizen, the 65 and above. Okay? I have my grandmother who is about 90 years old. And unfortunately, she was walking and she fell off and broke her what? Her leg. Now she could not move, she could not walk, she could not do anything. But all I say, Lord, there's nothing I could do is to recommend muscle bone care. Now she's able to move herself even when she's on the ground, but she now fears walking. She's now a young child who is saying, you know what, if I stand up, I will fall. You get the point? But at least the legs are what? Are healing. You get the point? So the senior citizens, 65 years and older, these people are at very high risk of osteoporosis. You get the point? And the fracture, anytime it happens, any small kind of losing of step, they break off. You get the point? So it is very, very important and good for that age group. And also athletes and fitness enthusiasts, people who like gym. Madam Farida is not here today. She's somebody so passionate about what? About the gym. So such categories of people are very, very vital to have what? Muscle bone care for themselves. We also have postmenopausal women. Ladies, are we together? Ladies, are we in the house? Yes. Now, if you know that you're clocking in there, it is important for you to do what? To focus on muscle bone care, because it is very, very important in hormone changes during menopause and can lead to bone density loss and increased risk of osteoporosis. Okay? Ladies lose a lot of blood. You agree with me? And in the process of losing blood, there is so much minerals that goes, including calcium. You get the point? Every month. And you naturally you don't even have an idea that that happens. Okay? But in the due course of you losing blood, it is important for you to what? To think about how do I replace some of the lost minerals, for example, calcium, in what? In your body. So that when you reach the age, the postmenopausal period, you don't have the problem of what? The bone-related diseases. Are we together? OQATA. Okay, let's go ahead and see. We are saying On health conditions, generally, we have looked at different categories of people who can benefit from muscle bone care. But again, you're also looking at what about on general health. You might say, me, I don't fall in this category, I don't fall here, I don't fall the other way. But I believe in the previous categories, all of us fall there, isn't it? And I'm saying osteoporosis patients, individuals diagnosed with osteoporosis and osteopenia may benefit from supplements to support bone density. Are you together? This is basically a bone disease. Okay. There's what we call sarcopenia patients. These are with age-related. The senior citizens. It is also very, very important for them. Arthritis sufferers. Do you know arthritis? Yes, arthritis is the inflammation of most of the joints. You get the point? It can get so worse that you cannot flex your body, you cannot even twist and do anything. Are you together? OQATA, OQATA. Okay, we also say recovery from injuries. In any case, you see people, so many guys are struggling in Mulago, okay, because of accidents, because of so many different situations, and they've got injured, okay? And it is very good for people who are recovering from surgery or people who have got accidents as well. And other conditions, other health conditions, individuals like people who are prioritizing wellness. Now, for us, now we are prioritizing what you call wellness. You might say, I don't fall in all those categories, but about the general health, the general wellness. Are we together? So, you are a category that we need to focus on as well. And then vegans, people who are vegetarians. Are we together? It is important for them to get calcium because they might not get calcium in other different ways, but rather from muscle bone care. Individual with busy lifestyles. Are we busy? Like, trust me, we can get busy from morning up to sunset. Even when you say we are going to take our supplements, sometimes we even forget. Unless otherwise you're so disciplined about what? About the supplement. But the same people with very busy schedules, it helps them a lot to do what? To supplement on their level of calcium. Muscle bone care supplements can help alleviate or support various health conditions such as osteoporosis, we talked about it, osteopenia, we talked about it, Parkinson's disease, that's bone remodeling disorder. Okay, I think we talked about that. Rickets, do you all know rickets? Children, I think it is not common lately, but that's like a softening of bones in children, okay? Like the bones gets like that, okay? We also have osteomalacia, that's softening of bones in adults. Do you realize that even adults get soft bones? Yes, it's also very, very important. Then what you call muscular dystrophy, genetic muscle wasting disorder. Genetically, the muscle gets worn out. And you ask yourself, what is happening with this person? You get the point. That person is very prone for muscle bone care. Then you also have myasthenia gravis, that is autoimmune muscle weakness. Autoimmune, that means it is your own immunity working against you. You get the point? It is your own immunity gets to work against your immunity. You get the point? So it's what we call autoimmune. So it is very important for somebody to do what? To get your muscle bone care. Okay? And there's what we call fibromyalgia, chronic muscle pain, fatigue. Something that has been there for a long period of time. They've taken painkillers, they've taken all the supplements, and it's not working out for them. Try out muscle bone care. It will give you perfect results. Okay? Then there's what we call tendon inflammation or degeneration. The tendons, you know the tendons, you know the ligaments. I talked about that. They also degenerate along the way. Okay? Rheumatoid arthritis, I talked about arthritis. That is the autoimmune joint inflammation. It is your own immunity working against you, and it is bringing what? Inflammation. Okay? Muscle bone care makes you a better person in that. What we call psoriatic arthritis. There is what we call, I talk about tendon inflammation. Then there's what we call bursitis, fluid-filled sac inflammation. Okay? The accumulation of fluid, see, at the side of the joint is swollen. And it's full of what? Fluid. When you tap like this, it gets inside, it's more of like what we call edema. Okay? When you put your hands, it gets in and gets back. Okay? There's a lot of fluids that is packed in there. Are we together? So, muscle bone care will not leave you the same person. Are we together? Are we understanding? Beautiful. How do you take it? We are saying the dosage. One capsule daily for first timer or people from 1 to 18 years of age. 1 capsule is good enough. How many capsules are there in one tin? There are 30 capsules. That covers for how many days? 30 days. Are we together? Then we're also saying 2 to 3 capsules daily for adults or when you're managing conditions, okay? 2 to 3 capsules every day when you're managing conditions. Otherwise, thank you so much. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to, isn't it? If you don't take care of your body, who else will?